Mas Harsono, can you tell us your works during the new art period? How did it look like? Why were you making such works?
During the time, it's look like that the people feel not secure in their daily life. Apa namanya, kamera mengintai itu apa?
CCTV.
Yeah. Even in our private space, we feel not free. It's like there is a chains who tied us. The regime was surveillance all of the people. Even they are in the house, they don't want to talk about how the military, because it's very easy to people can go to the jail. Also, of course, there is a trauma from 1965. Without any sentence, the people can kill without any sentence. So I feel that even in our private place, in our house, we feel that there is no secure. We feel not secure to talk. We don't have a freedom for speech, even in our private space. Using the rifle, and then there is a word paling top 75. And my idea is if someone have a gun, they will have a power. Who is the most top? They are in the top of power in our country and political anything. They are military. I put it in a box, and then I put it the mesh wire gun. It should be not in our daily life, but it should be in a barrack, in a military barrack. I pour the pistol cracker into the floor. What do you want to do if these pistol crackers become a real pistol? I put a book and a pen, and then the people write. I want to know how the people react, and a lot of people, their opinion is against the military, or also against the regime. Behind the Suharto, there is also power of military. I'm thinking that because the military was very strong and they have a gun, so they can have a power. So how if all of the people have a power? It's mean that there is no power anymore.
It's so different compared to your works just slightly before the new art period. You were working on geometric paintings, no? I recall that was why the Bandung and the Jogja young artists.
In 1972, there is a debate between critic and painter, Osman Effendi and Sujoyono. Osman Effendi said that there is no Indonesian painting, but Sujoyono said no, there is Indonesian painting. And we are thinking that how we want to talk about Indonesian art if they're always using the media from the West. Maybe it could be better if we using a media who cannot indicate that this is a painting or sculpture or print. Before New Art Movement, there is a protest from some artists who participate in the first big painting exhibition. The protest was called December Hitam. Artists from Yogyakarta was expelled from the school, from the university. We make a discussion a lot from 1972, 1973 until we realize that we just want to use any kind that we met in our daily life and then put it in the gallery as a metaphor of something about Indonesia. And then we said, what is something? That's our identity. We want to talk about the tradition or another thing. Tradition usually connected with the local, like a Jogja or Jakarta or Java or Bali. We think that Java cannot represent Indonesia. What the issues that can represent Indonesia? And then we think, maybe social and political issues, because in Indonesia, social and political issues in everywhere is the same. We show it in a new art movement. Mostly the senior artists or senior art critic, they are very angry. They say that this is not an art.
At the time, the art critic can be very strong to say that this is bad, this is a very bad, this is vandal, this is pornographic. Before the opening, we stop. If the people say that this is art, it's good. But if they want to say that this is not art, it doesn't matter. We not lose anything. We just make and show. There's the directors of art council. He says, even we not agree or we don't know what you want to do next time, but we want to supporting you, and every 2 years you can use this space freely.
Somehow it was kind of supported by the seniors? Or would you say that the seniors rather have the changes happen under their watch than to be surprised if it had happened elsewhere? How was the younger generations respond to what you guys were doing?
Institutions like ITB and ASRI, they cannot stop the young people to make an artwork like a new art movement. So that's why they make a new subject in their curriculum, experimental art. In Yogyakarta, there is also a new group called PIPA. Yeah, PIPA. Kepribadian apa? Kepribadian apa is mean like what identity. James introduced us the other young artists who has a process of work and also the type of work and they thought is similar with us. We say that this person is his work and his thinking, his thought is quite same with us. So why we asking him to be part of new art movement. And after 1979, so we feel that when we starting to make this movement, we say to each other, in this movement there is no leader. All of us is same, and no one can become a central or try to take the power from this situation. So it means that we are equal in this movement. 1979, it's look like there is the other 2% in that movement try to develop a power. If you starting to talk about you have a power, so it's been that it's better if we finish this group. And then Jim and also the other people say, okay, we agree to bubar, to separate. Finish, and then we separate after that.
Another angle that I found interesting in the new art practice is that later on there seems to be kind of a research aspect, particularly in your work and some others such as Gendut, Bonyong, Muyono, Ronald Manulang. There seems to be a huge amount of concern towards environmental issues. Other than the new art, I recall there were several environmental shows like the one in Parangtritis Beach, 74 to 82, the process show in Ancol, 85, and then there's also series of Mulyono's project in Brumbun Beach.
1975 in Indonesia, we starting to use a lot of plastic in our tableware for cooking or flowers or any kind of interior items. I'm very curious, and also I don't like that because usually in my house there is a real flower and suddenly changed with a plastic flower. I'm thinking that it's a lot of things was fake.
We want to talk about the environmental, but we realize that we don't know anymore about environmental problem. If we don't know that, so maybe we can make a distortion in our words. So we must know what is the real problem. And then I work with one NGO called Walhi, the people who got poisoning by mercury, Minamata disease. Yeah, we went there with Dr. Mesa to see what's happening there. That's just only a very simple research. And then we write, and then we took a photograph, and then we talk with the people. We got the data, and then we make an artwork from this research. To make an art, not just only making an object. Making an art is mean that we must to understand about the cultural and anything. If the culture always change, the situation will always change. So it's mean that I must learn. I must understand. If I'm not have any knowledge to read the change, it means that I don't know anymore about that. If I don't know about that, so it's mean that my work will be stuck.
If research had become kind of a necessity? Is it because it's no longer impossible for individual artists to understand as many aspects? At the same time, I think it also shows that it's no longer possible to work alone. So you guys were working with others, doing things with others. That has also become kind of a necessity. Was that also the case with the New Art Project 1 in 87?
Before there is no collaborative, so that's why we call project. Yeah. At 1987, also we make an artwork based on research. We collected a lot of things who indicate that this is a part of urban culture, like a T-shirt, sticker, a lot of things, advertisement, magazine, newspaper, newspaper in a style, fashion, and anything. We think that yeah, this is part of urban culture, and then we collect it, and then we show it, or we try to imitate, and then we change the name very close, like Marlboro. We changed the costume with the traditional Japanese person, but we don't say Marlboro but Malioboro. Malioboro is the name in the famous street in Jogja.